Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and we received pretty great news from our real estate agent. So for those that are not familiar with one of the recent projects that Nick and I have been working on is I've been shadowing Lenny, who's one of the top real estate agents in Arizona. I've been his hard money lender. I've been learning the ins and the outs of how he does so well with flipping homes. I'm a big believer that, you know, if you want to do well in the market, then learning from the best definitely doesn't hurt, right? So I was making a little bit of money simply shadowing him, investing money into him and his flips, and then I'd get a small little percentage based off of what I lent out. I learned quite a bit, and then Nick and I decided to partner up together, buy a house through a wholesaler in the Arizona area, and then try to take on kind of this like flip process ourselves. This was my first actual flip that is to buy. You invest money into the rehab. It wasn't much. It was a little bit more than I expected or that we prepared for. It was about $15,000 in repair. We bought the house for $227,000. So we invested $15,000 into the property, just making sure that we upgraded the kitchen, just made it look a little bit more modern and move-in ready, and then we listed it for sale. Throughout this whole process, we initially, based off of similar comps, at the time that I purchased the house, we expected to list the house for $275,000, as that was what some similar properties in the area were selling for. Since I bought it, it's been about 2 months. I think it was October 24th that we bought it through a wholesaler, and then we started the rehab process. Today is December 28th, and today I signed the contract to sell the house for $293,000. So what ended up happening is, throughout this process of, since we had the house and we're working on it, the comps actually increased in value. There's no question that it's definitely a seller's market, and I want to share my experience with you guys. So we originally were going to post it for $275,000 due to previous and most recent comps. Lenny actually advised us to agree to list the house for $285,000. So that's $10,000 more. Nick and I were, of course, I think that's one of the benefits from working with a very experienced real estate agent, is he's very aware of what's going on and what something is worth. So that really helped us out. On top of that, he's just an absolute beast. Literally, we posted the house for sale, and the first day we received over 4 offers, and 2 days into listing the house for sale, we received above asking price offer, which means that, again, we listed the house for $285,000, but we were receiving so many offers that Lenny decided to work with those different offers and present them and kind of play them against one another, which then we were able to come back with a $293,000 offer, which is about $8,000 more than what we listed the house for, and we're expected to close late January. So altogether, I want to give a huge shout out to Nick. I probably was one of the most hands-off and not the best partner, being completely honest. One of my biggest takeaways from this is I need to be more involved throughout this whole flip process. Nick is such a nice guy, and I know that he would never tell me, but I know just based off of how he was taking initiative, kind of working with Lenny to make sure that we scheduled out the contractors, it was really Nick that was doing everything. He was much more hands-on than me, and I'm actually the one here in Arizona and he's in California. So a huge shout out to Nick, huge shout out to Lenny. There's no question that, I feel so comfortable throughout this whole process because I'm working with someone that's so experienced. I really feel like I'm in good hands just because I know that Lenny, it's in his best interest to try to get top dollar, because again, he also makes commission. But on top of that, with his experience and how he informs us about like what's going on and why we're doing certain things, I'm a big believer that I don't like being told what to do. I like to understand what is going on and then make decisions off of that. And Lenny knows that Nick and I are very interested in this market, so he's not simply just telling us what to do. He gives us options and explains both, and that allows us to make the decision. And I think that's what makes him such an amazing real estate agent. So one of the biggest things, again, that I like to look for when it comes down to working with agents is, yeah, you want a motivated agent, but also one that works well for you, and you want someone experienced enough, again, and this is where it comes into like, you pay them a certain amount for them to do their job, and I think Lenny goes above and beyond, and he's worth every single penny that we pay him, no question about it. So it's a true blessing to be able to work with these individuals, and I'm really excited to see. Again, we signed the contract. It doesn't mean that we are gonna close, late in January. Anything can happen with the appraisers. They can back out. So I just wanted to keep you guys up to date with the flip process, and I'm going to be doing kind of a final walkthrough once we have everything all set and done. So I hope that you guys are excited for that. I really hope that I earn your thumbs up. Feel free to comment down below any questions that you might have about my first flip and actually investing money into it, and hopefully I can either answer your question or guide you in the right direction. Again, don't forget to join our free investing group. It's going to be the first link down below. We're the biggest investing group on Facebook. We have over 235,000 members, and we'd love to stay connected. I really appreciate you guys' time. Wish you guys an amazing weekend, and let's end 2019 strong. Like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.